What is up, Moose Knuckles? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for you. This time it's going to be in the NFL for Thursday, November the 11th. Game's going to be played between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Current betting spread is Ravens minus 7.5. Total 46.5. So we grabbed a nice win with the Colts first half, minus 6.5 last week. Rather sweat-free. Yeah, sure, the Mike White injury did help, but let's be honest. I mean, Colts scored a touchdown every possession in the first half, and then they scored 2 more touchdowns on their next 3 possessions in the second half. Would Mike White have kept pace? Either way, nice to get the dub and excited to see Mike White's next start, right? Because, he might be for real. The kids looked real poised in the pocket, and it kind of makes you wonder, how is it that guys like him end up getting lost on a depth chart? Look, who knows if he'll actually be a success, but there's been plenty of guys like him who've rotted on a bench, until an injury popped in front of them. A guy named Thomas Brady comes to mind. A few others like Steve Young, Kurt Warner, Tony Romo also stepped up once given the opportunity, with an injury in front of them. Regardless, look, Godspeed for Mike White. The kid definitely passes the eye test. Best weekend of the season for me betting-wise. No need to celebrate, though. It's, just another week in the biz. I mean, the past is just that. There's no need to dread on it. Look, I'm happy I finally had a really good week in both college and NFL. But look, you just move forward. I do want to talk briefly on the taunting nonsense in the NFL. Riddle me this, you smarty tardies. How is it that on a crucial third down, your defense can get like a huge sack? And if you just look at the opposing team's sideline, that could be an automatic first down for the offense. With this in mind, right? You can pick up a fumble on defense, take 10 of your friends with you into the end zone, can all jerk each other off on the field goal post. And not only is it allowed, the NFL actually promotes it. However they draw the line there. Stop there. If it's not a turnover, walk your ass to the sidelines and don't even high-five anyone. I mean, hypocrisy much? It just literally makes no sense. I also want to touch on reffing this sport. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, as I know it's been a topic point probably for many this week. Tough week again for the Zebras. What I will say is that reffing the NFL is certainly not easy. It's easy for us, of course, to play Monday morning quarterback, and after seeing things in slow motion from our couch. But also reffing the NFL isn't really rocket science. Okay, these refs at minimum need to get better at also reading the room. Critical time in games after huge stops. Let the dude celebrate a little bit and keep the yellow in your pockets. All refs aren't created equal, of course, as well, but some of them need to get their fucking eyes checked between random pass interference calls, phantom holds, chop blocks. I think it's time for the NFL to increase their vision coverage for these folks. Some of these guys are out here reffing games with 20/80 vision. Let's slap some bifocals on these dudes, give them some binoculars. I don't even care if you have them walking around with telescopes. We're all human and we make mistakes, but I mean, come on. No one's asking for perfection, just a lot less mistakes than we've been seeing. Look, we'll all be watching, this sport regardless with Vaseline in hand, but I would just love to see improvement there. That is all. All right, on to the player. Tricky matchup for Baltimore traveling to play Miami after their emotional win versus Minnesota, comeback win versus Minnesota. And here I am rocking the Minnesota gear again. And yes, no Figaro again. We're just going to let Jesus take the wheels. My best weekend betting this season. We'll keep Jesus on our side solo without the Figaro chain. But keeping the Vikings gear because these have been good luck. Again, not superstitious, just a little stitious, as a wise man once said. Okay, so tricky matchup here, but my favorite play here is actually Ravens team total under 27.5. Got this minus 102 at FanDuel. I mean, look, you can sit on this. Number probably gets better. You probably get Ravens money. You probably get over money tomorrow. It might correlate and move this up, but 27.5 for me I like. Before I talk on why, I believe Lamar Jackson has only had one comeback from double digits this season, or before this season. He's had 3 this year alone. This success is credited to his improvement passing the football, right? I mean, and relax you, Lamar sucks at passing, hardos. He's improved. I'm not saying the dude's like Roger Staubach, but he's certainly a better passer this year than he's been in previous seasons. So why under their team total than at 27.5? Well, when I watch this Ravens team, I actually see a different team this year than in years past. This team hasn't really relied on their defense to win games, and they haven't really been bullying bad teams either. It's actually their offense that's really been winning them games, and I know that they've had a good run attack for a few seasons now, and they've destroyed inferior teams. But this year when they play good offenses, they're happy to shoot out with them, and like I said, they just haven't been the NFL's bully like they've been in years past. Remember, though, this team used to just stomp over terrible teams in the past. Look, the Ravens currently sit at 6-2. Ravens, Chiefs, Colts, Chargers, Bengals, and Vikings all rank in the top 15 in yards per play offensively. Most of these games did require the Ravens to keep scoring. Either they were down double digits, as I mentioned before, with the 3 games, because the defense let them down. But either way, outside of the Chargers, out of these 6 teams, all of these teams ended up becoming, all these games became shootouts. The other 2 games for the Ravens were the Lions and Broncos, 2 teams who rank outside the top 15 in yards per play. And the Ravens just coasted through those games, not looking to pound anything on them. It actually almost came back to bite them against the Lions. This team just doesn't seem to have the same oomph to be that bully against inferior squads that they've had, and they've been happy to sit on a second half lead. It's also not like the Ravens have gotten off to fast starts this year either. Ravens have scored more than 10 points in the first half only 3 times this season and just once in their last 4 games. Miami's defense, of course, is by no means good, but they've had a few good games recently to build off of. Look, I don't know who starts for Miami here, Tua or Brissett. To me, it doesn't matter. Brissett's proven to be someone who can move the chains, but he lacks upside. Tua's been someone who's proven that he can move the chains, but he lacks upside. Miami's been much better in terms of time of possession when they're home. And that's always important, right? When you bet team totals for either team, you want Miami in this. We want Miami in this spot to eat clock, because that means obviously less possessions for the Ravens, less time the Ravens have the football. All in all, short week for the Ravens, short week for the Dolphins as well. But the Ravens just took separation from their conference, and this team will want nothing more than to roll into Miami and escape with a win. I don't expect Miami to put too much offensive pressure on the Ravens, so I don't expect the Ravens to have much reason to pile on here. As long as the Dolphins can play a clean game, which I know is saying a lot, I like our chances here. Add in the fact that the Ravens have started slow quite a bit this year, and Miami's had a few good defensive games recently to build off of. This number is just a tad high. So yes, Ravens, team total, under 27.5. Again, got this minus 102 FanDuel in New Jersey. May the odds be ever in our favor. Want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope you wake up with someone else's shit in your mouth. As always, drop comments below your thoughts on the play. Let me know who you like for Thursday Night Football game. Be sure to drop a comment either way, because no one likes a silent stalker. We have a fun-filled weekend incoming of content, so be sure to soak it all in. NFL, college football, UFC, NBA, live shows. And look, I'll be back with a college football video Thursday night for Friday. But until then, be sure to gamble responsibly, stay safe, folks, and run pure.